I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
The Aishau Valley, Vietnam. France.
I'm gonna save your life and you're gonna save mine.
Languille.
Love this Camaro.
It's you. Doc.
If you want to walk out of this place, you will listen to people who know.
In a place beyond reason, the only thing to fight for was each other. Hamburger Hill, a true story, rated R.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Hey, this is Matt once again with about to another review, and there's another paid request, this time for Ben. Very nice guy. Thank you so much. If anyone wants to send in any other type of requests, topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, anything random, what have you, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now this is for the 1987 film Hamburger Hill, which I can say is easily, I think, one of the best films dealing with Vietnam. In fact, if you talk to a lot of veterans, they say this is one of the films that got it right. More so than Platoon, more so than others. Like if you want to have a film that's the closest to how it was back then, this is the film to look at. I think that's one of the things that makes it work and powerful. It deals with this nicknamed Hamburger Hill because it was a fucking meat grinder, and you get a good handling of just the, how's the best way to put it, the futility of war, as they're just told to go up this hill over and over and over again, and by the end of it, 70% casualties. It goes through the course of about 10 days on Hill 937. And right from the get-go, we have this beautiful music by Philip Glass. Excellent music that really sets a tone. And you really get a sense of the frenzy of the fighting, and people get blown up and land in front of you. The camaraderie between these guys, where there's nothing melodramatic or nothing where it just felt more real. It felt more natural. And I like Platoon. I like Full Metal Jacket among others, but this is definitely the one that feels the more natural of those movies. And the cast, I mean, you got Dylan McDermott, you got Steven Weber, Don Cheadle, very young Don Cheadle there. You got Michael Boatman, who I remember from the TV show Spin City. You have a guy named Tim Quill, who's one of our leads. Sadly, he's passed away. He passed away around 2017, which is too bad, because he did. You know, I liked his character. I thought he did a very nice job, and he seems very proud of the film based on some of the features on this. So, other people, Anthony Burrell, I remember him from Friday the 13th Part 5. He was one of the two almost like 50s greaser guys. I think he's the one that gets the flare in his mouth in Friday the 13th Part 5. He's part of this group. Courtney B. Vance as the medic, as Doc. They all worked very well together. And like I said, I mean, when people who were there are saying this is the best representation of how it was in Vietnam War, that does say something. And just the way the dialogue, they interact with each other. If she's fighting for peace, man, I'm on the wrong side. Or when Dylan McDermott is telling these new recruits, listen, I'm tired of filling up body bags because of your dumb fucking mistakes. Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to try. He does a lot better than I do. But he's explaining to them, listen, you have all these complaints about the war, all these complaints about this and that. You're worried about what's going on at home with your wife or your kids or your girlfriend. You know what? It doesn't matter here. Because the only thing you have to worry about is me and him. Because he is ready to kill you. Those guys out there, they're ready to murder you. They're ready to destroy you. And they don't care about your problems. They don't care about your worries. They don't care about, oh, I'm tired, I'm this and that. No. This is how it is. Pretty much really, your personal shit at home, keep it at home. This is how deathly serious and important this situation is. And Dylan McDermott, you really get the feel that he really doesn't want any of his men to die. And like there's a point where they go through a day and one of them goes, we did good, didn't we? And Dylan McDermott goes, one of my people got killed. That's all that happened today. Which sadly is true. And again, it really does showcase the fighting over this one piece of hill, and you just see, was it worth it? I mean, if you want an anti-war story, this is one of them. Because of like, you start to like these characters, not because they go completely in depth and show flashbacks and backstories, but just the way they interact with each other. You know, one of them, I don't want to hear any more of that rebel, lost my car on the motherfucking road, like making fun of country music. Or Courtney B. Vance teaching them how to brush their teeth and one spitting, oh come on, let's just brush it. And Courtney B. Vance going, if you want to walk out of this fucking place, you'll listen to people who know. Otherwise I'll be tagging your body bag. Just really stressing, you know, there's fun to be had, but there's not to fuck around either. And this is a brutal film too. I forgot how fucking brutal this flick was. And just how, what would it be like being in a situation where you see people you know get killed left and right? And how are people dealing with that? And it's also one of those films, it's not really a true star of the film. It is an ensemble piece. Like Full Metal Jacket, you're following Matthew Modine. In Platoon, you have the good Charlie Sheen, the evil, you know, Tom Berenger, Willem Dafoe's good, Tom Berenger's bad, Charlie Sheen is in between the two, going more towards Willem Dafoe. Here, I guess if you say there's a lead is Dylan McDermott, but it is very much an ensemble piece. And I guess you could say there's drama, but it's natural. Like someone gets a letter, it's like, she's not writing to me anymore. Her friends told her it was immoral to write to me. And this is, you know, from doing research and looking up stuff, this is what people went through going through this. That, yeah, they would have family members or girlfriends and go, I don't want anything to do with you, or, but, you know, they say it's immoral what you're doing over there, or you let them do why are you there? Just, but you know, they either drafted or put there, and not given much of a choice. And just all the bullshit going on. There's the scene where their own men in a helicopter are firing on themselves, and they're trying to warn them, they shoot our own people. There's the one that's getting muddy, and they're climbing up desperately and sliding all the way back to this pile of dead bodies of their other fellow soldiers, and coming back up again. And who's going to live? Who's going to survive? It really, people you like, you find, and oh my god, they're fucking dead now, and it just really puts you into the shit, so to speak, with that. You don't know who's going to make it and who's not going to make it, and with little interstitials of them trying to get through it day by day. Like the newsmen that are taking pictures, and Dylan McDermott gets pissed. He even goes, if I see you taking pictures of any of my people, I will blow your fucking head off. You understand? You haven't earned the right to be here. And the last battle in particular, when I say brutal, I'm not talking about, well, there is some nasty gore. There's one person that gets the head just eviscerated. But it just, getting more into spoilers, starting out spoilers. Well, I really enjoyed the Michael Boatman character. Again, the guy, I mentioned he was on the TV show Spin City with Michael J. Fox. And then when Dylan McDermott stumbles upon, and it cuts to a shot of that guy is fallen to a pit, dead, and this frozen face as he's been impaled, that reveal, it's a haunting, like, ooh, like, it's a haunting reveal. It's like, ooh, shit. Or when Steven Weber, he walks out, and I swear it looked like the top of his head was fucking cut off or something. Like, there's something missing here. I think it's just blood, but the way the angle and the blood, it looks like this piece is gone. That's what it looks like. If it is, maybe it is, but I mean, in close-up it looked like it was hair that's bloody, but just the effect of, oh shit, this ain't gonna make it. And again, just their daily constant bombardment of going up the same fucking hill, and just, well, okay, for another one, there's the, early on they're enjoying relaxation, and all of a sudden they're hit, and there's a bit of a firefight, and Courtney B. Vance finds someone, and there's no head, and he's freaking out like, how did he put it? There's no fucking head here, man. I gotta know who you are. Because he, you know, to who is he? Tag him. And it's not so much, oh, I gotta tag him. It's the outlandishness of the situation, that here's someone you knew. I don't even know who you are anymore because your head's gone. And Dylan McDermott has to ease him up. Easy, Doc, easy. You know, keep him from freaking out. Like I say, if you want a movie that really is an anti-war picture about the futility, the horror, a real sobering, how you're tired and you get that spout of cold water. That's what this movie does. I really do believe that when it comes to, I mean, and that's why I put up there above Platoon and Full Metal Jacket, because I do like Platoon. Full Metal Jacket, very well directed by Stanley Kubrick. And you do have that scene with the suicide and then the sniper. But this, I can't think of another Vietnam movie that's as more sobering and more of any effect to showcase the Vietnam War and why, in all intents and purposes, we never should have fucking been there. And how you really feel sorry, but you commend the courage these men went through. Like, if there's a movie that showcases the courage of the men that went through it, and the heartache, and the ending, and especially, ever since I first saw this, I think it was when I was a kid, this last brutal battle, and you have the extra spoilers. You have 3, Dylan McDermott, Tim Quill, and Don Cheadle. And they're just sitting there tired among the smoke on the hill. Did it matter? Really? Did it matter? But they're sitting there, and then Tim Quill gets up and he's just looking over, and it cuts away to the landscape of the dead bodies, people wounded, walking down, all the smoke, and you just hear this radio chatter. And Tim Quill, may he rest in peace, he did a great job without words, just showcasing. Without words, he said a lot, even like a tear coming down, and just you really get the point. Like, what was the fucking point of this? What was the point of this craziness, this horror, this insanity? A lot of people that we liked, gone now. And then, yeah, that, again, beautiful Philip Glass music. I remember one of the first things on YouTube I did was try to find that store. And I did. And there's a couple good songs, too. It's the one that sticks out is one they used for the trailer, actually. We gotta get out of this place. It's a song that would be used for the Consco Island trailer. Only a remixed version. But I first heard it in this movie. And was surprised they actually using that song in the trailer too. War at its worst, men at their best. That sums this film up perfectly. It truly does. If you want to see war at its worst and men at their best, this is a great movie to showcase that. And nitpicks. Don Cheadle, I wish he was in it more. He's not really a whole lot to do. Granted, this is before Don Cheadle was Don Cheadle. But even then, when he's one of the last 3, it still felt like he was barely in the movie. Like, I can't remember any strong scenes with him, any strong bits of dialogue with him, any big moments. Even during the battle, I could barely remember him in the battle. It's like, once in a while, oh cool, there's Don Cheadle, he pops up, but I like Don Cheadle as an actor, but he's just not in it a whole lot. He doesn't really have much to do. It's like he's barely in it. I wish there was more of him. I wish if they knew he'd be one of the 3 characters, give him a bit more to do. Whether during the battles, during other places. Because they do have Dylan McDermott and to Tim Quill. But Don Cheadle, I think he got shortchanged. Which is, if you say, oh, Don Cheadle stars in this, well, it feels like he's barely in it. And again, good luck trying to remember a big scene that he's in other than the end. But like I say, he's in it and he appears throughout it. So I don't... To say he's barely in it is not the right way to put it. There's not really much standout scenes with him, of any. Maybe little bits here and there. He's in the background. He's among the men, but it is. I think they could have done a lot more with him. Is what I'm saying. That's one of my few nitpicks. I'd say, man, I wish some of these people didn't die, but that's the point, showcasing the way it was back there. Raw, gritty, totally unrelenting, dramatic depiction of one of the fiercest battles of America's bloodiest war. Yeah. And like I said, if you've never seen Hamburger Hill, you're missing out. I would call it underrated, because people always do. Honestly, this deserved Best Picture more than Platoon. I like Platoon, I do, but Hamburger Hill I think is a better movie, because I get more of that harrowing reaction to Hamburger Hill than I do to Platoon. And the fact that this film gets forgotten, kind of buried under, because like Casualties of War is a good one, let's say Full Metal Jacket, but no one ever brings this movie up. But then when they do, they go, "Oh yeah, that's really good." And again, you look at veterans, people who were there, they go, "No, that's the movie to watch. That's the one to do it, to get it right." And they would know better than me, better than you, better than us. So there you go. That's pretty high praise. That one was pretty damn high praise. To me, like I said, it's well worth a look. It's well worth a look. And deserves a lot more respect that it's given. And I do say it's one of the best Vietnam movies out there. Hands down. And again, for a depiction of Vietnam in that aspect, when I say that aspect, I mean there's more fun escapism like Rambo First Blood Part 2 and Missing in Action, and yeah, that's more my thing, because it's fun. But I still appreciate these type of movies too. Casualties of War, Platoon, Full Metal Jacket, I like those. Of those, I would say this is the best one of that. I really do. I really do. Because the characters, the banter is natural and easygoing and makes you like them. And then the horror of the war with all the crazy stuff going on. Sadly, real, truthful stuff going on. And how it's... If there's not, I mean... If there's a movie that tells war is hell, this is one to do it. I'll say that. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. Oh, I should mention the director, John Irvin. Funny enough, he actually did a Schwarzenegger film before this called Raw Deal. John Irvin. And I thought he did a good job directing this. And I believe it's written by someone who was in Vietnam. So I think that's why you did allow that natural field dialect to many of the sequences. Is because of that. Yeah, I don't think this film did much when it came out. Like I said, they did a couple features, commentary, making of the film. So, like I said, there's something. And I've always been a fan of Dylan McDermott. I like him as an actor. He was in this film that no one talks about. I thought it was a little bit underrated called Freezer. I've liked him in other stuff too. Like I said, Don Cheadle. I wish he was given more to do, but it's nice to see him. You know, the rest of the cast. Steven Weber, he does better here than he does in the Shining miniseries. I'll say that. Tim Quill, may he rest in peace. Because he's one of the new recruits and sort of the fresh eyes into this hell. And I thought he was likable, and by the end you really felt for that character, and like I said, the way it ends, powerful. I think it's a powerful ending. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, we'll see you guys later, bye bye.